It could be that the earlier round was for a different BU, business unit, and now this is for a different business unit. Okay,
Okay.
so I mean, whosoever selects you will hire you.
That means one more technical discussion is there after this round?
Correct. But no, not technical discussion. This is the, I mean, if you get selected anywhere, all
Hmm.
right. So it could be that this be a business unit or the other one, because when we hire from TCS, if a candidate gets rejected or whatever it is,
Hmm.
he can apply for different BU as well.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we checked and our business unit has received this profile from TCS for the first time only.
Okay, okay, okay. No
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
Hmm. All right. So can I have your introduction, please?
Yeah. So myself is Tamilian. So having 3.5 years experience on DevOps. So in my
Okay.
past experience, I worked a couple of activities like version control system, very good experience on SVN, and Git also good knowledge. And coming to build tools, I worked both Maven and Ant. Ant basic knowledge I have. Coming to
Okay.
Maven, I have very good experience. Coming to continuous integration, good experience on Jenkins. So in my past experience, I worked on a couple of activities in Jenkins, like installing the plugins and installing the nodes per my project requirement. And also apart from these activities, I have very good experience on the ticketing system tools like ServiceNow and Jira and RTC. And also most of the time I spent to do the automation process using the configuration management tool Chef and also Rundeck. Very recently I implemented a DevOps workflow in my organization, like CI/CD pipeline view I implemented into the process. So previously we are using the manual deployments and manual releases, and also now everything is automated. So and also I have good experience on the code checking, code quality checker, like using the Sonar Cube, good knowledge. And apart from this knowledge, I have basic knowledge on the doing the smoke test and also doing the upgradation and creating the VMs and creating the environment in the RHEV. And also basically third party repository or artifactory in repository, I have good experience on the Nexus. So and also I have very good experience on the code monitoring tool like Fisheye we are using, and the change management tool and incident management tool we are using the ITSM. So this kind of knowledge I have. Apart from this, I have knowledge on the cloud also, AWS. Very recently we started working on that. Like in AWS, I have knowledge in few services, IAM and EC2, and recently I started working on the VPC also. Apart from this, I have knowledge in the S3 buckets also. So this is myself.
So what does your day-to-day activity involve? What kind of work do you do?
Yeah, coming to my daily roles and responsibilities. So what I will follow is, we are using the ticketing system tool like a ServiceNow we are using. So basically my developers will raise a request in the ServiceNow. So once they raise a request, we'll get the mails like tickets, depends on the requirements. So how it is, like in S3 and we are using the version control system. So sometimes we are getting the request like creating the repositories and creating the branches and giving the permissions to the my newly joined developers. And also sometimes we are maintaining the release process in the release structure in the Jenkins. So every day we will follow the release structure, like daily releases we have and weekly releases we have and monthly releases we have. So according to that requirement, what I will do is, so we are maintaining the release management structure sheet. Every month we will release the the production release will happen. For that, what I need to do is, actually we are supporting the app support engineer. So our application, what we will do is, every time whenever we are doing the production release, we will do the upgradation of my system. So what I need to do is, even sometimes I will do the smoke test also in that particular application. Apart from these activities, so basically daily we are doing the build, CI job creation, Jenkins job creation, and doing the build and the release process and doing the deployment. And also we will create the environments also for the developer requirement. So and also sometimes I'll get the requirement from the developer, like they will give the jar file or zip file, just uploading that into the using the group ID, artifact ID, version, uploading that package into the your Nexus repository. These kind of activities I will do in daily.
Okay. All right. That's nice. So you told me earlier that you worked on Jenkins, setting up nodes and
Yeah, correct.
So okay. So what are the what is the method you opt for communicating with nodes? I
Yes.
mean, how does the master
Yes.
communicate with
Yeah,
the nodes?
yeah, yeah. So exactly whenever we creating the nodes in the Jenkins, what will happen is, so we are maintaining the RHEV. In the RHEV, we will create the environments in there. So what we will do is, as per the developer requirement, sometimes we'll create the nodes. So it depends on the, I mean, Windows or Linux, whatever it may be. So first we will set up one empty, server. So in RHEV, after that, that IP address I will take from RHEV. Later, what I will do is there, whatever requirements I have, suppose in the node I wanted to install the Java 1.8 and also SVN, Git to Docker, whatever requirements I have, everything I'll install that particular mission. So after that, what I will do is in the master only, we are using the SSH key from Windows mission to, I mean, that Windows mission, wherever I install these many locations in the Windows mission, that path I will take from the that slave mission, and that path I should mention into the my configure systems option. There SSH key I will pass from the Jenkins master. I will call to that particular slave mission. So everything is I will run in the background process in the slave mission only. I mean, once my slave is coming to the online, I come to know in the front end of GUI in the Jenkins. So whether the build is working fine or not. So where I will configure the slave exactly is in the Jenkins job. I will configure in the restrict where the project can be run. I will specify the node exactly into that location. So according to the requirement, I will give the slave name. Basically, we will use the release management for separate slave mission. Why we will use the separate slave mission for the release management is, so whenever you are doing the release activities, so it will take some time. So suppose if you want to, your developer required urgent bills and all, you can't do, you can't cancel that requirement, and also you can't do. So that's why we are maintaining the slave missions for separately for the release, and also daily activities will follow the separate mission. This is the way how I will configure the slave mission.
Okay, nice, nice. So how much comfortable are you working in Linux and Unix-based environments?
Yeah, Linux and Unix and Windows, all are, I worked all. So it depends on the requirements. I worked everything.
Okay. Suppose, just imagine I have a jar file located in some directory. Okay. Need to find out if whether this jar file is being used anywhere or not. So how do I do that?
Whether the Java jar file is
being used by any process as of now. So how do I find it?
That I will check using the command. First, I will check the latest version one package I installed in the particular server. That I will check, like mlist available, that package name. Mlist available grep, and then package name and a star I will pass. So what it will do is exactly information when you install the that jar file, whatever it may be, it will give the information about that particular jar file. After, according to that, you come to know the when last you used that particular package. This is the way how I will find.
So suppose, do you know what is the status code 200 means?
Status code? What? Come again?
Status code status code 200 means.
I never tried this option actually. I'm not sure about this.
Have you ever worked on Apache web server?
No, we are using the Red Hat satellite server for the deployments.
Okay. Any exposure of any kind of web servers?
Yeah, basic knowledge in Tomcat. So we are using few deployments, like manually in the Webax folder we will keep our packages and then we will deploy the package. That kind of experience I have.
Okay, no issues.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know, suppose I execute a command and if the command is successful, what would be the status code?
Status code?
Yeah.
Whether we are doing the deployments, right?
Yeah. No, suppose just lead deployment. Suppose you have a Linux terminal, right? You log to it and just did ls1 SLTR. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So I just need to find out what was the exit code of the command I executed last. So how do I find it?
That whenever we run the history command, we can find exactly what command you executed.
Correct.
Yeah.
You can find out. But what is, see, everything is in binary, right? I mean, either the command would be successful or not. So how do I find it, whether the last command was successful or not? There is a status code of every command, right?
Yes,
So
correct, correct.
how do I find it?
Mm, I'm not sure about. I didn't try actually that command. So
Okay.
usually we will track the history only.
Okay.
We will track.
I'll ask you in a different manner. Do you know what does echo
Yeah,
dollar question mark?
yeah. Whenever you wanted to print the code, we can use the echo.
So that's what it is. You
Yeah,
know it, right?
yeah.
You know
Whatever
it
you,
already.
whatever you
Correct.
will pass, that it will print the code.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any idea what is a zombie process?
Which one? Bamboo.
Zombie process.
Jumbie process. No, I am not
Yeah.
sure about that.
Okay. So okay. How do we suppose a Tomcat process is running on a Linux machine? How do I search for it?
Yeah. So service Tomcat status I will check whether they're running or not. If anything goes wrong, I will restart the services.
How do we check any process?
Tab command I will use. What another process are running in the backend I'll check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Apart from this, I see that you have knowledge on Ant and Maven as well, right?
Yeah,
So
I have.
have you written any script on your own or
Yeah.
worked with?
I have knowledge in the writing the pom.xml in Maven. So like
Okay.
dependency management also sometimes I will check. I have knowledge on where exactly issues happen. This kind of knowledge I have in Maven.
You mean to say that troubleshooting knowledge, correct?
Yes, yeah, troubleshooting. And also sometimes if any issue happen in the snapshot releases and all, I can find and I'll fix that issues. That kind of knowledge I have.
Okay, so suppose in setting on .xml, I
Correct.
have defined multiple profile.
Correct,
Okay,
correct.
so one is profile 1, one is profile 2, one is
Mm.
profile.
Mm.
I need to execute form with profile 2.
Mm.
How do I do?
That path, that settings.xml path, you should mention into the .m2 folder in the Maven repositories. Then only you can execute that one. Otherwise, we can't.
Otherwise, okay.
Yeah.
Is there any option of passing the attribute during the runtime as an argument or something?
In the runtime only.
Yeah.
In the runtime, we can pass using the mvn space. That what exactly you require the attribute name you can pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So as of now, I mean, how do you do the deployments?
So basically, we are doing two ways deployments. One is Chef we are using, one is Rundeck we integrated via Jenkins only.
Okay.
So yeah, recently we implemented DevOps architecture in my project. So
Okay.
complete till version controlling, whenever you check it in the code into the SVN, till deployment phase it will go and it will do that installing the package into the test server. So total 7 steps it will perform, like code commit is completed. Next it will go to build phase. Next it will go to code quality. Next it will go to release phase. Next it will go to after release uploading the package into the Red Hat Serverless server. After that it will go to deployment phase. So complete architecture we implemented.
Okay. So any exposure of production deployment?
Yeah, I have knowledge on the production deployments. Initially 2-3 months I worked in the production environment. Most of the things I'll support test environment only, but I have
So
knowledge.
okay, but I see that since beginning you are a build and release professional. So why didn't you work on production since
Yeah,
starting?
actually I didn't get chance to work on the production environment. Actually, my client side people only take care of the production releases and all. So we are from offshore, so we are support from only test environment only. I
All right.
worked 2 projects, so both are same only, same situation.
Okay. So I also see that you are working for Barclays, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You are working for Barclays client, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. All right. So do you know what kind of prerequisites are there or what process to be followed to release the code in production?
So as per my knowledge, we are using the ITSM tool for the production release management. So what we exactly will do is we will create change request change request will create first step. After that, we will write the implementation plan for the production deployment exactly what server I wanted to go and do the deployment, and also what and all free requirements. Suppose like before I'm doing the deployments in production, I need to take the backup of the existing version. If anything goes to wrong, so I'll take the snapshots in the backend. So if anything go error, so I will revert it back into the existing version. So first thing is I'll take the snapshot. So once it is done, after that I'll go to next level. So first I will check the test report. Test report, what exactly I will mention is, yeah.
Just to check, I mean, you said that before deploying the code to production, you will take a backup or a snapshot, right?
Correct.
So how would you take this backup?
Yeah. So for that we have a RHCV. There I will we integrated all test servers and production servers in the RHCV only. There we have there only we will create the snapshot. There whenever we are creating the snapshot, there I will pass the exact description like release date and release ticket number I should mention.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, how would what kind of methodology would you prefer to deploy in production? Is it manual methodology or is it tool-driven or through Chef or Puppet?
Yeah, for production deployment, so Chef is good for that, and also Rundeck also comfortable for that.
Okay. Any idea of any deployment tools like Urban Deploy, VMC Grid Logic?
No. I didn't get chance to work on the production deployment.
Okay. But
Yeah.
not in, it's not related to production entirely. You can deploy the package in UAT as well using the
Yeah, that we will do in Rundeck only directly. In the Rundeck we'll pass the information where exactly I want to deploy that particular IP address I will pass, and also UUID code I will pass from the Rundeck. So what it will do exactly, Jenkins will call to that particular Rundeck job and then it will do the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I see that you have worked on databases as well. So what kind of work have you done on database?
The database I worked only in RDS only. Just recently we started working on the database. Just we are creating the database for the instances only. So that's such kind of knowledge I have.
So I have a small question. So
Sure.
How do you make the changes to the database? Like you are a build and release guy.
No. Developer only will do that.
Even in UAT?
Yeah, UAT also we never work on the database and all. So my developers will take care of the application database and all.
So don't you think this is like a process breach or a gap in the process, the DevOps process?
Yeah, we can that even we have to work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as a part of build and release profile, you have to
Yeah.
take care of. See, even that is a code, right? Database is also
Yes,
a code, right?
correct.
So you should have some kind of automated scripts or tool that deploy your schema changes to whichever environment you want them to, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so no issues. So any idea of working on the Oracle databases?
No, not sure about that.
Okay. All right. No problem. I see that you have exposure of working on WebLogic and JBoss, right?
Yeah, applications I work just a knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know what is an MCR and TCR in ServiceNow?
Service now we are basically using for only putting the comments and checking the request only. So and also instance also will follow from there only. So development side and all we never work in the service now.
Right. What about Sonar? Do you know how do you generate reports for Sonar?
Yeah, so we have to log into our Sonar Cube mission and then that configuration we should pass from the Jenkins. So after that, whenever your developer put the code into the Sonar Cube, it will check the code quality, whether what kind of issues exactly happened in that code, like major or minor. Yeah, that we have to configure the build blocker plugin inside the Sonar scanner only. So when you log into Sonar Cube plugin, so there left side you will get the option that reports and all. From that you can generate the reports in the Sonar Cube.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of information do you see when you access the Sonar Cube page for an application? What all information do you see over there?
So I'll get the information related to issues kind of things like a critical, major, minor and all. And apart from this, I'll get the error page exactly which line having the error in my code. So exactly if I click that button, automatically it will go to that particular line in that code. So like that way, even once my build is failing related to code quality, automatically my developer will get the mail from the Jenkins that already be configured. So based on the error, he will help me like compile. I mean, if it is anything related to coding issues, I'll sit with my developer and I'll fix the issues.
Okay. So suppose, when we access that page, we see the coverage report for our project on our application. So do you have any idea how does that coverage report generate?
Yeah, so that code coverage, we required one plugin, Kobechura plugin we required to check the how much code is covered for the particular application. So that using that plugin, yeah.
Okay, what do you understand by code coverage?
Code coverage. As per my knowledge, code coverage, how much code is, completed for the to check the coverage of our application.
What would be the parameter? Suppose I have a requirement, right, that I need to enhance my website, all right?
Correct.
And expectation to go live is August 28, right?
Yeah. So actually, Actually, only I install the plugin. I give to my developer only. Actually, that is my developer requirement. So he asked me to install that for the code coverage to their application end. So, but I didn't work on that particular plugin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I think, coming to final thing, SVN. So how do we create a branch and tag from backend in SVN from the Linux terminal?
Yeah. So first what I will do is I will go to repository, SVN repository where exactly I wanted to create the branch name. Exactly I'll go to that particular repository. Using that, I'll create the branch two ways. Like if I wanted to create in particular location, I will take the space like SVN space, copy space, that major URL I'll take and space destination URL I'll take. Or else on one way is like SVN space, mkdir space, branch name I will give. After that I will check in that SVN CA hyphen M double quote. Just I will pass the message like creating the dev branch. So to track the history in future, I have to write the message and then I will commit. After that, tag also I will create like that only. Later I will refresh the page in SVN. Then I come to know whether the branches are created or not in the SVN.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just while answering this, you said that by the similar logic you'll create the tag as well, right? For the same. So what exactly do you think is the difference between SVN tag and SVN branch?
Yeah, the basic difference between the SVN branch and tag is, so basically branch is nothing but whenever you are whenever you are doing the development, that the situations you will do the creating the branches. Coming to tags, after doing the development, you have to do the build and release everything. After the release only we will create the tags. Why we will create the tags after release is nothing but initially whenever we are doing the development, that time I don't know whether my code is working fine or not. After doing the release only I come to know like there is no errors in the code. So that's why always we will create the tags after Jenkins job only. But initially whenever I am doing the development, that's the situations I will create the branches. Coming to branches, we have a different branches we will follow, like for standard branches and also bug fix branches, hard fix branches, and also future branches. So, it depends on the developer requirement. Basically we will create, but the tags and all it is constant only. Always we will create in the Jenkins only.
Okay. All right. And any idea of SVN hooks?
Yeah, basically SVN hooks, what it will how it will help is, so if I wanted to pass any rules, certain rules, if I wanted to pass from the SVN, I will use the hooks concept in SVN. Basically in hooks, pre-commit and post-commit, we have a two different hooks kind of thing. So basically according to that, our requirement, we will pass that hooks into the our SVN. Suppose I don't want to touch my Jenkins, even I don't want to enable the whole SCM, automated build, but I can pass from the post commit hooks also. That is possible. So that situations we will use the SVN hooks.
All right. All right. So what have been your key area? Java-based project or .NET?
Yeah, I worked completely Java-based projects only.
So is that part out of interest or you were assigned to Java?
No. That is what I work. That is requirement of client only.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, I suppose, just imagine if we give you, along with the Java project, we ask you to handle your .NET based project. So, would you be comfortable?
No problem. Anything I'll configuration. I will do that configuration and all.
Okay. So, no particular project.
No. That is not required for me. I can work.
Okay. All right. So, what are expectations from our end?
Like expectations means? I mean,
What kind of work do you think you'll do if we hire
so
you?
yeah, I wanted to implement the complete DevOps into the cloud environment also, but I didn't try. I want to achieve that. Even from basically we are using physical machines for the deployment server, deployment channel. I want to do that also integrated with the cloud using the different technology. That I want to learn the newly. So this is my interest.
Okay. All right. So as of now, the project lines front office, middle office, back office.
Sorry, come again.
What kind of project you are in currently? Is it a middle office application or a front office application or a
That is
back
app
office?
support applications only I worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, mate. So
Yeah.
then we can.
Yeah.
I'll pass on the feedback to the HR.
Sure.
All right, and based on the feedback, we'll get back to you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Bye
Thanks.
bye. Bye bye.